Today was my Aunt Catherine's funeral. And if I were to stand up on this podium to say something because I wanted to, I would say this. My Aunt Catherine was a peaceful woman. She was gentle, she was calm, she was full of grace. When I was little, she came to our house almost every week. I was raised with my grandparents, and she was my grandfather's sister, so she was always around. She never rushed. She never raised her voice. She always spoke with wisdom. Sometimes she brought cookies, sometimes she brought change, but most of the time she gave us something much better. She gave us love, she gave us peace, she gave us kind words. She always listened, she always cared, she always showed mercy. She passed the same love down to her children and her grandchildren, and even to the people who were not her family. There is one story I always remember. When I was younger, my friends who was from her area, Dixie Court, Fort Lauderdale, um, they knew my auntie. The whole neighborhood knew my auntie. I couldn't believe it. I was walking down the street with my friend and she was like, Rita. We came in her house and she just showed us so much love, telling us about Jesus, giving us cookies. And my friend was like, that's your auntie? The whole neighborhood know my auntie. So today when at the funeral they was talking about her, it just brought back so many memories. Everyone knew her. Everyone felt her kindness. Everyone felt her prayers. She prayed for people. She served people. She showed up for people. Today at the funeral, so many memories came back. People talk about her life. People talked about her faith. She was a woman of God. She served her community. She volunteered. She helped without asking for praise. She lived in Dixie Court but never complained. She counted her blessings. She lived with peace in her heart. She lived with joy in her spirit. But she gave much. She gave her time, her love, and her faith. She walked side by side with Jesus Christ. When I look at her life, I see wisdom, I see grace, I see mercy. I see what it means to truly live for God. She lived to be 96 years old, born in 1929. That is a long time, and it was a good life. Today, I look at her children, I look at her grandchildren, I look at her son that's a pastor, and I think to myself, this is a legacy. This is what faith looks like. What it This is what love looked like. This is what serving God looked like. She didn't just talk about God. She lived for God. She didn't just go to church. She was the church. A child of God, a God-fearing woman, a woman of peace, a woman who lived the world better than she found it. Aunt Catherine, I am grateful. I am proud. I am thankful you were my auntie. And I wish I would have spent more time with you to soak up some of that good wisdom. And I hope you will rest in peace and you have the wings and you on the right side of the Lord. And one day I will see you again. One thing I could say is my Aunt Catherine, she was one of a kind. Very pleasant woman, very intentional. And I remember the last time I visited her, she said some words of wisdom to me. I forgot it, but it was so powerful at the moment. I wanted to write it down. And even though I just visit her once a year around Christmas time, and this Christmas I didn't even get to visit her because I had a lot going on. But she just always had words of wisdom, always positive, just an all around good woman. And one thing I got to say is, you know, I know times are changing, but as I've been going to these funerals, especially funerals of the elders, especially God fearing people funerals, they pass something down to the next generation. They pass stuff down to them, and they pass it down, and it shows. The fruit shows. So keep in mind, we're supposed to be teaching them, leading them, parents, sending them out with wisdom, also placing God in their heart. Because all this fruit, all this goodness, all of this poise comes from the fear of God. That's where it comes from. The fear of God. And it's a shame that we gotten so far away from God, gotten so far away from having the relationship with God. I never in a million years thought that us, America, can get far away from God. It is so surprising to me. It's so surprising that it's some kids that never been to church. It's so surprising that some parents has never been to church. And hey, rest in peace, Aunt Catherine. I will see you soon one day, and tell grandma and granddaddy I said hi, and everybody else who got their wings up there, because I know you got yours. Yes. But yeah. And everybody who put this funeral together, I just want to say thank you, because y'all did y'all thing. Everything was nice. Boyd Funeral Home always come through with the professionalism of the funeral and the direction of the funeral. I don't know about nobody else's funeral, but I know Boyd has been doing our family funerals, and they're always professional and always on point and everything. So yeah, rest in peace, Aunt Catherine. We love you and we miss you. So peace, love, and blessings. And these are my cousins. I couldn't stay around because I'm sick. I'm trying to get over this cold. But little time that I did spend, I enjoyed. But we there for Aunt Catherine. It's the day to celebrate. Bye, y'all.